Now, Angel Reese just dropped some major news about her and other WNBA players possibly sitting out if they do not get their just due. Now, that's basically a lockout.
Angel Reese just shook up the WNBA, and she's not holding back. Imagine barging into your boss's office, slamming the desk, and declaring, "Pay me or I'm out." Well, that's essentially what she just did. She's demanding the bag. And if the league doesn't step up, she might just walk. Is she out of line, or is she onto something big? Either way, this is about to get messy. Let's break it down.
That we're getting is she had, of course, DJ Carrington on her podcast. Well, some things are coming out in regards to WNBA pay.
Angel Reese is at it again, folks. This time, not on the court, but on her own podcast, where she's calling out the WNBA for not paying her enough. Cue the dramatic music. The latest chapter in her saga, a very public grievance. About salary, and she's not holding back.
We are going to walk away. If we don't get what we want, we are going to walk away. That's what Angel Reese is saying. That's what she's hearing. So instead of me trying to make it up, let's listen to the source herself.
Yeah, the CBA is coming up. I can't wait.
Girl, y'all benefited from everything. Y'all youngins benefited from NIL.
What does that mean? We deserve more. Everybody.
I agree.
Everybody.
I agree with that.
But we got to get paid for consequences.
Before we even get there, I will say this. Caitlin Clark deserves the most. Angel Reese deserves the second most. And then the rest of...
That's exactly how it should be. Sitting across from her was none other than DJ Carrington, the self-proclaimed voice of reason who never missed a chance to deliver an unsolicited sideline pep talk. Whether it was calling out refs, hyping up players already locked in, or jumping into debates no one invited her to, DJ had built a reputation as the ultimate courtside commentator.
In the same way that, that my paycheck elevated. So,
yeah, we seen that. I seen them zeros.
Stop it.
It's crazy you could look up people's salary.
I know. Y'all know.
I'm pocket watching.
Angel Reese has once again found herself at the center of WNBA discussions, but this time it's not because of her performance on the court. Instead, she took to her own podcast to voice a major grievance. She's not being paid enough. Now let's be real. This isn't the first time an athlete has demanded better pay, but the way Reese went about it, that's what has everyone talking. Sitting across from her was DJ Carrington, the self-proclaimed voice of reason who never misses a chance to deliver an unsolicited pep talk. Whether she's calling out referees, hyping up players who are already locked in, or diving headfirst into debates that don't require her input, DJ has carved out a role as the ultimate courtside commentator.
She just threatened the lockout. She's not even on the WNBPA board, and she just threatened the lockout. Like, what is going on? What is going on? And in Angel Reese's defense, pretty damn good game on Unrivaled today. She seems to have Fee Collier's number, in fairness. Bit turnover prone, a lot turnover prone, but in fairness, good game, some good finishes. But all of that's overshadowed because
And in this conversation, she was right there nodding along, co-signing every word as if Reese had just cracked the Da Vinci Code of WNBA salaries. But here's the thing. The entire discussion leaned more on feelings than facts. Instead of addressing the real economic factors, revenue, sponsorships, demand, they stuck to the same tired arguments, conveniently ignoring the reality that professional sports, regardless of gender, are businesses first. This wasn't about fairness. It was about finances, yet in their world, simply existing as talented athletes meant they were owed a bigger paycheck. No further discussion needed. Then, Reese took things a step further. Did she just threaten a lockout? I'm not joking. Did that really just happen? She's not even on the WNBPA board, and she just threw out the idea of a lockout like she's leading the charge for an entire league. What is going on? And to be fair to Reese, she did have a solid game on Rival recently. She seemed to have Fee Collier's number. But let's not ignore the fact that she was also turnover prone. Still, the game itself is overshadowed by this. Latest controversy because she just threatened to walk if the WNBA doesn't pay up. Yes, you heard that right. Reese, in all her dramatic fashion, basically said that if she doesn't get more money, she's out. That's her grand strategy. Demand a raise barely a year into her pro career or threaten to leave. Brilliant. Never mind actually improving her game or, I don't know, winning something meaningful first. Nope, let's skip all that and go straight to contract negotiations like she's the LeBron of the WNBA. Because let's be honest, when Reese said, "If y'all don't give us what we want, we're sitting out," she wasn't making some calculated labor move. It was pure theatrics, and DJ Carrington was right there hyping it up like it was the most profound declaration of all time. As if WNBA salaries are determined by vibes and social media engagement instead of revenue and market growth. The backlash was immediate. Fans, analysts, even former players were quick to remind Reese that WNBA salaries aren't pulled out of thin air. It's almost like revenue matters. Who knew? The league is still growing, still fighting for attention, and yet here's Reese acting like she's carrying the entire operation on her back, demanding superstar money while averaging, let's be real, very average numbers. But would WNBA players actually go through with it? Would they really risk a lockout? I don't think so. Would they say they want more money? Absolutely. But would they take that stand and refuse to play until they get it? Highly doubtful. And let's not forget, Reese isn't even on the WNBPA board, so who exactly is she speaking for? And of course, in typical fashion, Reese doubled down. "I know my worth," she probably thought. Which is great. Athletes should know their worth. But worth is usually measured in performance, not just Instagram followers. Meanwhile, DJ Carrington sat there, nodding along, probably imagining herself as some kind of revolutionary for co-signing this nonsense. It's the same story every time. Instead of putting in the work and proving the doubters wrong, Reese is out here playing the victim again. "I deserve more," screams the player who hasn't even played a full professional season yet. It's giving delusion. But hey, at least she's consistent. If talking paid the bills, she'd be the richest athlete alive. Unfortunately for her, the WNBA values talent, teamwork, and, oh yeah, winning. So go ahead, Angel. Take a stand. Walk out of the WNBA if you must. See how that works out. Maybe there's a podcast sponsorship waiting for you somewhere, because that microphone seems to be your favorite piece of equipment these days. And DJ Carrington, keep gassing it up, girl. Y'all are comedy gold at this point. Let's not forget. This is the same Angel Reese who was flexing just months ago about how she didn't need a WNBA salary because her bills were already covered. Now suddenly, the math ain't mathing. Just a few months ago, she was practically laughing at the idea of relying on a WNBA check, and now she's demanding a raise? Oh, that's cute. Professional athletes deserve better pay, no doubt. But pay, raises usually come with performance. Maybe making layups should be part of that equation. Because right now, the only thing Angel is consistently hitting is the backboard. You can't be out here asking for more money while serving up shooting percentages that look like Wi-Fi signals in the middle of nowhere. And of course, we have DJ Carrington jumping in like the hype woman nobody asked for, backing up the nonsense with zero hesitation. Sis, this isn't the fight you think it is. Yes, WNBA players deserve better conditions, but we're not about to act like Angel Reese is out here filling stadiums and carrying the league on her back. Let's also talk about the narrative Reese is pushing, that she's making women's basketball great. Oh, really? Because last time I checked, people were already watching before she decided to run a full-time PR campaign on being disrespected. The sport was growing, the talent was shining, and people were finally giving women's basketball its due credit. But somehow, Reese thinks she's single-handedly dragging the league into relevance. Like the WNBA was just sitting in a basement collecting dust before she arrived with her trash talk and theatrics. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is actually shifting the culture, inspiring young players, and delivering elite performances on the court. But Reese? She wants credit for just existing in the same space. The funniest part? She's now demanding more. Money as if she personally put the W in WNBA. Imagine a background dancer in a Beyoncé concert storming into the director's office, demanding top billing. That's the energy we're dealing with here. The entitlement is truly something to behold. So now, Angel Reese and DJ Carrington are floating the idea that if salaries don't increase, players might sit out. Bold move. But with a new media, rights deal expected to be 4 times the current amount, the money will be there. The real question is, who's actually generating the revenue that warrants higher pay? Because let's be honest, Caitlin Clark is the one drawing ratings. Clark is out here putting up numbers, bringing in massive crowds, and securing major endorsements. Meanwhile, Reese is playing the role of the side character who's always in the same clip, but wants main character energy. Real stars don't have to beg for money, they earn it. Clark isn't out here demanding pay raises, she's making herself undeniable. That's the difference. So maybe instead of threatening a lockout and demanding superstar money, Angel Reese should focus on proving she's worth it. Because at the end of the day, talking loud gets you attention, but it doesn't always get you paid.